back to Lloyd and JD, the best fucking podcast in the world. I am Lloyd.
I'm JD.
What's up, man?
Not too much. You?
Same old. Hungry.
Hungry? Still hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm.
You got to time these things better. I mean,
I can't. My life's so hectic. Plus now with a kid, you know, get up in the morning. I don't have time to eat. Like I get down, especially this morning. I was trying to figure some shit out. So I got no food in the house anyway.
Yeah. And that happens. I mean,
but do I come here and still film the podcast for these fucking assholes that don't push the like button? Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
So in a roundabout way, you're just saying, press the like button.
Yeah, smash that like button. If you're new, subscribe. Otherwise, this is just futile. No, I'm just kidding.
This is our 4th year of futility.
Oh, my God.
Isn't that crary? I actually look back at it.
Yeah, because I watch YouTubers that have only been doing it for 5 years that have like 2 million subscribers. I was watching a buddy the other day. He's got 2 million subscribers. And he's like, this is my 5th year. I'm like, oh, my God, I'm only 1 year away. I hope we get 1.9 million subscribers before...
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, we were doing well on VidMe and all that kind of stuff, but they got shut down and all that kind of stuff. I mean,
we probably what got them shut down.
Yeah, I mean, we do well on iTunes. I mean, it's interesting. It's been interesting, you know, since we started. You know, it's.
I bet if you wore a dress and I smoked weed, we'd make a lot of money.
Oh yeah, I bet you if we were completely baked out of our minds the entire episode and all you saw was smoke.
Which is coming up shortly for us.
Yeah.
Talking about being baked out of our minds. That's going to be legalized.
Yeah. It's July 1st.
And I can force you to smoke marijuana legally.
Force me to do something legally.
So that's good. I'm excited for that.
You're excited for that?
No, I don't really care.
Yeah,
it doesn't affect me.
I know. It's going to be interesting. I think there's going to be a lot of growing pains when it comes down to the legislation and stuff. I was reading articles yesterday that there are literally almost 1,000 people in Calgary that are looking to start businesses related to the sale of marijuana when it comes about. So, I mean, it's interesting to see. I mean, a lot of people are obviously looking and waiting.
I wanted to get into the industry, but now I just think that like there's so much bullshit about it. It just kind of makes me feel sick. It's like, ugh.
Well, the problem is there's a lot of open-endedness, right? I mean, we've got places that are currently selling marijuana, some that are legal.
Downtown, though, I can go in and there's weed for sale. I'm happy. Like, if they can just figure that the fuck out, that'd be nice. Yeah. Like, I hate all this like small talk about, you know, who's the power's hands gonna be in. Like, but just open a fucking shop downtown that sells weed like a liquor store. Yeah. That's all you have to do. It's a shop. It sells weed. That's it.
Yeah, but you see, people are still freaking out about that stuff because it's like, oh, are you allowed to have it near a school? Like, what if it's too close to a school? It's the same as
alcohol. I don't know. Do you even know those laws about alcohol? Can you have alcohol near a school? Like,
I don't believe so, actually.
See, I don't even know, and I don't think anyone does. Does it matter? Like, I hate all this bullshit. It's just like there's laws about alcohol, but no one even gives a shit.
Yeah.
Like, if you're caught with open alcohol, I know you're probably going to get fucked by the police. Yeah. The big arm of the law will fuck you. But if you're at home having a beer, I think it's all right. If you're on your patio having a beer, it's all right. Usually, if you're in public and you're being a fucking idiot, it's not all right. Yeah.
But we get weird about all those kind of things. Like if you look at cigarettes, right? And we've talked about cigarettes before. If you go into a 7-Eleven these days now, like the wall is locked down and you can't tell it's cigarettes because it's bad. And
but
all
that makes sense. Cigarettes kill people. It's fucking. It should be illegal. It's fucked. A government basically allows a company to sell something that fucking slowly kills you. It's crazy if you think about it, and it's highly addictive, which makes it even crazier because that's like here.
It's a great tax base,
right? So that's what that comes from.
Yeah.
It really should just be outed completely, and we say, listen, you can't sell cigarettes anymore because it fucking kills people.
Yeah,
and that's not good, and it's highly addictive, and we can't have you selling something that's killing people that's highly addictive because if you say those things together, it sounds crazy. Which is why it's still
alcohol's the same way though too. It's highly addictive.
Exactly,
it kills you slowly. I mean, it's poison essentially.
And yet we're having this entire argument over weed, and it's like it's the only thing that they've released that's fucking harmless. They've just released that saying it's harmless. So it blows my mind. I just want them to open a shop that sells weed. I just want to be able to walk in a shop and buy weed. Is that so fucking hard? Just figure that out. I'm not going to smoke near a school. That's fucking stupid. If someone gets caught smoking by school, arrest him. I don't give a fuck. If you're shocked that you got arrested because you were smoking weed at a fucking school, you're crazy. You belong in a fucking jail then. I don't know. Like, you're going to end up there anyway because it's nuts. These are kids. I have a kid. Would I smoke weed around my kid? Fuck no. It's irresponsible. It's fucking stupid. Why the fuck would you smoke weed around someone else's kids? Like, it's easy science. I don't get why there's arguments about that.
Yeah.
It's like, If you're confused of why you're going to get arrested, if you're smoking near a school and weed's legal, then maybe you shouldn't be smoking weed. I don't know. Maybe you don't need weed because it's just going to make you more fucking dumb. Like, because as far as I'm concerned, you're not figuring life out at this point. That's a silly argument. Yeah. I feel like this should just be a store that sells weed, and if you're irresponsible with weed, you're probably going to get arrested. If someone calls the cops and said, this guy's smoking weed in a child playground, and there's kids running all over the place, and he's just blowing fucking weed out, cops are probably going to come and remove your ass. But then if I was standing naked in there, they'd do the same thing. If I was drinking a beer, they'd do the same thing. It's the same thing. You don't fuck up at school. You don't go to schools and do weird shit.
But that's the thing, as people and human beings, we have a tendency to do stupid stuff, or we can't even use our common sense to deal with things. Like, look at gasoline. To fill up with gasoline, you have to pay first. And they had to make that a law, and they had to change things because people were filling up and they were taking off and people were getting hurt.
And then they wonder.
But you know what the crazy thing is that you have to legislate that. I don't understand why you couldn't just say, like, you know, people are stealing our gas too much.
And then people moan, like, oh no, I gotta pay for my gas first. Yeah, like most things, motherfucker. Like, do you eat sandwiches and then pay for your sandwich? Like, only in a restaurant, and good luck getting out the door.
And the funny thing is that most people, myself, like, I always paid before. I either used a credit card or a debit card, paid at the machine, filled up, and then I would leave. I wouldn't even go into the store because...
Yeah, some of the arguments that are happening over this weed shit is fucking stupid. Yeah. It's a harmless fucking drug. It is a drug. It makes you fucking relaxed and happy and fucking hungry and then sleepy. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
If someone wants to smoke weed, it should be legal, which it's gonna be. Open fucking shops, sell fucking weed. If someone gets caught in a stupid fucking place smoking weed, you're probably gonna get arrested. End of story. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's fucked.
If you sell something other than weed, you'll probably get busted.
Done. Quit being retards about it. And now they're doing like the whole like, should shatter or oil be legal as well because it's stronger, and fuck off.
Well, you know that this is going to happen. That there are a bunch of people that have never done weed before are going to go out and they're going to go out
it's
there.
It's like that cop that confiscated that weed, made brownies, and then made a 911 call saying he was dying. I'm dying. I'm dying.
No,
you're
ate too
high
much.
as shit, motherfucker. You ain't gonna die from weed. You're just super fucking high.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Yeah. But you know that's going to happen, and then it's going to cause a bunch of problems. Yeah. Right? Because people are going to do stupid things.
But we shouldn't cause problems. People should be like, fucking idiot.
You know what? It's like teenagers. When teenagers get their hands on alcohol, what do they usually do?
Yeah, but what do people say?
They take a whole 40, they drink that back, then they go throw up on everything.
But what do people say? They're like, oh, what an idiot. They're drunk.
Yeah.
But as soon as someone like gets so high on weed that they call the cops again and say they're dying, everyone's going to be like, oh my God, see, weed's super bad, man. Thought he was dying. Like, shut the fuck up. So someone can get absolutely trashed, puke, and go into like alcohol poisoning mode and have to get their stomach pumped, and it's just like, oh, silly little kids getting drunk.
Yeah.
But if someone smokes too much weed where they think they're dying, but really they're just perfectly okay.
Yeah.
Worst drug in the world.
Yeah.
People's heads are twisted, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And I hate that. I like how there's like beer advertisements and shit, and everyone's getting like drunk on a mountain for kokanee, and everyone's like, there's like naked girls there, and they're like, woo, kokanee. Like, what the fuck is that, man? What? So now our kids think that fucking kokanee's awesome and that you just should be like jumping around half naked drinking a kokanee, and they're allowed to play that shit on the fucking TV?
That's advertising for you.
No, that's fucked.
Advertising, all it is designed to do is sell you stuff you don't want, don't need.
Yeah, but you should not be allowed to advertise drugs, in my opinion. Yeah. I don't care if they're legal. You should not be allowed to advertise cigarettes, alcohol, prescription medications, anything that is bought at a pharmacist or weed or booze should not be advertised. You shouldn't advertise someone to go and get drugs.
Yeah.
That's a personal choice. If I want to drink...
And it's taken a long time to get to those points, because if I think back when I was a kid and cigarettes, I mean, cigarette ads used to be everywhere. Like everybody, the Marlboro Man, Marlboro Man. You go down the street, Marlboro.
But they still got the kokanee shit, and it bugs me. Like, I love weed, but I wouldn't go to kids and like advertise weed. Like, that's fucked up. You're basically installing something into someone's head that they should be doing this. Like, when you watch a beer commercial, you see like 21-year-olds that like feel that they should be doing that. Yeah. I should be at this kokanee party. I should be jumping around half naked, unable to settle down. Like, most kids these days can't hold a relationship for a fucking week.
Yeah.
And it's all due to this image that kids are supposed to like party for the first 15 years of life and like drink copious amounts of alcohol and experiment with men. And it's like, just do what Like, we shouldn't be advertising that. That's the personal choice. And if someone wants to be gay, or if someone wants to drink beer, or if someone wants to do weed, it should be something that's like a conscious decision to do that. Not because you were advertised since you were fucking like 15 to just get fucking trashed on a mountain, cocaine style. That's fucked. It's like subliminally, like, it's just sending radio waves to their head, like, be a fuck up, be a fuck up. Like, that's basically what they're doing. And then you have people complaining about fuck ups. It's like, well, we're making them. Yeah. Like, we're literally brainwashing our kids that sex and booze is like 15 years of their life. Like, you have to be fucking and drinking for the first 15 years of your life. It's like, if you're not half dressed and half wasted, you're just not living. Yeah. And it's not true. Yeah. Like, it's just not true at all.
Yeah, no, and again, back to my point. I mean, that's what advertising is designed to do.
And before they know it, they're 27. And what have they done for the last 27, 10 years? Get fucking wasted from the age of like 17, waiting outside of a liquor store till 27. You've just been fucking shit wasted.
Well, and that's the thing, is that you never usually have the mountain party with all the pretty girls. It's usually you're drunk outside the convenience store or at some shitty
And they're
bar.
only doing it because of that image, though. Yeah. They feel that's where they should be. And it's like when they're drinking, they're like one step closer to it. You're never going to be at that party. That party doesn't fucking exist because everyone's trashed within half an hour, and it's just a bunch of people going, oh, fucking fuck you right now. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, if they showed a real fucking party on TV, I think kids would drink less.
Yeah, it would be most people just standing around.
Yeah, and then the one wasted kid acting like a fucking idiot, and some girls get molested upstairs because she passed out and got drugged. Like, these are the realities of what fucking happens when you do this stupid ass shit. But I hate seeing the advertisements, especially now I have a daughter. All this stuff becomes real to me. And it's like, now I have someone that's going to be influenced by all these outside things. And I don't want her to be influenced by them because I want her to make her own fucking decisions from real factual knowledge of what I want to do with my fucking life. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay. I'm not saying don't drink, don't smoke. I'm saying don't act like a fucking idiot because you're told to act like a fucking idiot. Yeah. If you want to be a fucking idiot, then be a fucking idiot. There's always someone else. That's why I said, like, how drugs are legal in Amsterdam. And you can do heroin, but you just have to go to the little kiosk thing and they give you a clean needle. There's always going to be someone that's going to do heroin. There's always going to be that one person that just wants to be a drug addict. It's just, I know it's hard to say and people might get offended by it, but it's true. Some people just like to do drugs. Yeah. And it should be a freedom. You should be allowed to do drugs. It shouldn't be like because the longer they suppress it, the more gangs sell it. And then when gangs sell it, it gets in the hands of younger gangs, and then it gets into schools, and then the kids are trying it because there's no law enforcement there with that drug. Yeah. The gangs sell it because there's a market for it. If there's no market, if you make it legal and easy to obtain, by going to the certain places and putting an age limit on it, the gangs won't sell it anymore. You don't go to a gang for cigarettes. I can't go to a drug dealer and be like, can I get a pack of Marlboro? It just doesn't work that way. Yeah. And once weed's legal, it's going to cut. And
that was the big part
it's
of
the same. And that's why every drug should be legal, because you're always going to have drug addicts. Yeah. But to make it clean and they come to a medical center to do those drugs is what we should be looking forward to. And if they get to a decision where they want to come off drugs, then we give them the help they need to get off those drugs.
There are those programs. There are those programs here.
Yeah, I know that those are problems, but they should take, what I'm saying is make it legal and have those same programs going. Right. Because now you're taking it out of the hands of the drug dealers. You're putting it in the hands of the pharmacist. And now the kids at school don't have drug dealers trying to sell them fucking meth, because meth isn't sellable anymore because they can get it. And then you don't have the impressionable people just getting addicted who wouldn't have been drug addicts to begin with. It's all about personal choice is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you've got to do it one step at a time. I mean, obviously
but one countries are doing it and it's working for them.
At one point, liquor was illegal in North America. And liquor's now legal. What did it do? And now it's changed things.
But it created the illegalness of liquor. Let's look at that.
It absolutely created a market.
Mafia. Yeah. It created a gangster world. Yeah. Look at Las Vegas was built on liquor being illegal. Yeah. Las Vegas was built on gambling and liquor being illegal. And it's a thriving city now. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is you've done that. You've taken that away. It's now illegal. You can buy it, everything. The same thing's going to happen with marijuana. It's a step at a time. Like, I mean, society's not going to say...
There's countries out there that have just legalized all drugs, and they've got less and less criminal activity with those drugs because there's no market for it. Yeah. It works. It's been shown to work, but they don't do it because America's war on drugs. It's been their war on drugs for years because they make more money putting people in their privatized prisons. Yeah. That's the issue. They have these privatized prisons and they make money off of people being in jail.
Yeah. Oh,
the minute we started making money off other people doing criminal acts was the minute it went wrong. Yep. Because now you want people to fuck up. Well, you're like, yeah, smoke that meth, motherfucker. I'm going to come bust you for it.
The funny thing with jails in the States and being privatized and all that kind of stuff, they have it contractually. They have to be filled to a certain point.
Yeah, and it's gross because you've got guys in there that are addicted to meth and they stole like something stupid and they were caught with meth and now they're in jail. They shouldn't be in fucking jail. It's a waste of resources. They should be in help. Yeah. They should either be back on the street doing meth until they need help, or it should be dealt with differently. You can't put him in a jail cell and just make money off his ass. He's just going to keep doing the same.
The only issue is when these guys are addicted to meth and they're going out and they're committing crime to support that.
Yeah, but if they didn't have to support it that way, if it was set the other way, the way it is in Amsterdam, if you're addicted to meth, you go to the meth thing. Meth is not inflated prices. It's not gangster prices. You buy it for a normal... Most of them can afford the fucking things. It's clean needles, blah, blah, blah. It works for them. It sounds like a long shot, but it works. For all the countries that have tried it, it works. Yeah. It sounds crazy to let people do drugs, but isn't that what this world is? To let people make decisions for themselves. We live in this world where we're controlled to the point to where you can't even make a decision where I want to be a drug addict. Yeah, it might not be your decision, but if you want to be a drug addict, that's your decision. Your life is your decision. It's when you start interfering in other people's lives where you're going to get arrested. If you do meth and you go try to kill someone or rape someone, then yeah, you're probably going to get arrested. But lots of people do meth their entire life and don't kill anyone or rape anyone.
No, but I mean, they will contribute to crime. They will
by
go out,
theft and stuff like that.
All that kind of stuff.
But that stuff's dropped by giving them this... the way they're selling the meth now, not only because they can afford it and they're doing it stably. So it's not only like street meth and like fucking them up and like, it's like they're taking it in a different way. It's a clean environment. And if that's their life choice, that's their life choice. And most of them have jobs and shit, man. Like I worked with a guy that was on methadone. Methadone's crazy. And he was an ex-heroin addict. So what was the difference in my opinion of working with him on heroin or methadone? Methadone was instituted by him by a pharmacist. He was given a right dosage. It was like, I don't agree with methadone. That's a whole different argument. Yeah. But anyway, let's just talk about it as in this argument. And he worked all day, like not the smartest, brightest kid in the world. And he was a little slow because he's high on methadone and he didn't use like big machinery and stuff, but he made a living. Yeah. He made money and he had a job and he held that job. Yeah. And that's my argument is that it was controlled. And he still had the option to do it. He had to because he was addicted and he didn't want help. So they gave him methadone. They'll stay on methadone for years. And,
well, he'll never be off methadone.
Yeah, but you can get them off methadone. But
you've got to weed them off slowly.
No, I don't agree with that at all. I think it's just a way of them selling methadone. But they're just drug dealing. They're doing exactly what the street guy was doing, which is what I'm saying. They should just legalize it and do the drug dealing without hiding it in methadone. Like the reality is methadone is exactly the same. It does exactly the same thing that heroin was doing for them. And it's just basically them doing heroin. Why not give them a clean needle, give them some fucking clean heroin? You're doing exactly the same thing. Methadone, it made him like he was on heroin. Like when he would take it, he couldn't drive. He was all like, oh, like it's the same fucking shit, man. There was no difference in the reaction to the drug. It's like crack and cocaine. Does the same fucking thing, one lasts longer. Like, you know, like it crack winds you up, so does cocaine. I don't know. It was the same thing for me. And watching him take it was just like, it's just a controlled way to deal drugs. And he had a job. He wasn't, he didn't have to steal. He had a place. He just liked his methadone. Yeah. And he loved it. But that's because that was his fucking choice. Like he liked drugs. Right. I don't know. Like, I don't feel that we should be controlled to the point to where like someone's like, if you want to be a drug addict, you need help. You need help when you ask for help. If you don't want help, you don't want help. You should be allowed to kill yourself, in my opinion. Yeah. I don't think there should be laws. And how can you enforce that anyway? Someone kills themselves, they kill themselves. You're going to put them in handcuffs when they're dead. And like, it's a bad thing to talk about. And it's horrible when people commit suicide. It tears families apart, blah, blah, blah. But I just feel like the way that we set laws is weird. We like set laws about how it's illegal to basically be in control of what it is that you choose to do in your life. Like these things are going to happen anyway. Why make it a law? It doesn't make sense. Yeah. And then we're locking people up for stupid things. Like we're taking jails should be set for people that cannot be in public. People that are molesting, raping, killing, harming people viciously. Like these are people that can't be, if you was in a village, you'd kick that fucker out. He cannot be in there. He cannot operate in society. Therefore you cannot be part of society. Yeah. But there's people that can operate in society. They're just making life choices that you wouldn't make. Yeah. Just because someone is operating weirdly on methamphetamine, maybe he'll have a change one day in his life and not want to be on methamphetamine. But to put him in jail because he's on methamphetamine, to me, is crazy.
Yeah.
You should be helping people and giving them options to get off methamphetamine. And if they don't want to get off methamphetamine, you give them clean needles, clean meth until they do want to get off methamphetamine. Yeah. That's the only way to do this, because you're not helping them in jail. They're just getting crappy jail meth now.
Yeah.
Or they come off meth, and then when they get back out on the street, they're just in the same pot they were in before because they weren't taught shit in jail. They weren't taught how to live. They weren't taught how to get a job. And now they have a jail sentence on their fucking record. No one will hire them. So it's just a vicious cycle that we have, but it came from privatized prisons, in my opinion.
Yeah.
We made money off their backs instead of looking at them like, do we need to help these people and we need to rehabilitate, which is what prison's supposed to be, rehabilitation. We don't.
Yeah.
No, we're supposed to, we're supposed to be getting these people ready to go back out in the world. And if they can't go back out in the world, we're supposed to either put them in a facility that's going to be for life or, end it.
Yeah.
Death sentence. But that's a whole different topic.
There you go. And that's all we got time for.
Again? Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm Lloyd.
I'm JD.
Peace.
See ya.